All I know is I really hate roofing, guys. This is terrible. Look what we got, guys. We have power in our house for a change. Welcome back, everybody. If you can't tell, the mustache is coming back, guys. It'll take a little while because my facial hair grows slow, but it is back. It is a cold day, as you can still see. I'm bundled up. I got my big boots on and everything, but we have a lot to do. We have a lot of work to get done, a lot of stuff to just wrap up. I gotta get soffit going. I've got to finish up the windows. I've got to finish up the roof. I need to finish up my rough and electrical so I can get that inspected so I can start insulating. We got a lot of work to do. I got Cece right here to keep on top of me, you know? She's my boss. She's the boss lady. As you can see, I got a bunch of this top pieces of plywood, but the weather is so good right now. I'm gonna hop back up on that roof and attempt to do at least half of what's left on the roof, and then hopefully tomorrow I can finish the second half of what's left. And then Wednesday I can do all my ridge caps and the roof is done. Oh my goodness. All right, everybody, we are up here on the roof, and I just figured I'd give you a little shows of what is going on. So essentially, I'm up on top of the first of the 3 dormers. You can see it right here. Then there goes 2, 3. There's 3 dormers. Our shingle line is right here. So it's pretty simple from here, but I do need to get a few more roof jacks. It's hard when the shingles are frosty in the morning and just when they're cold in general. Walking on composite shingles is not the easiest thing in the world, and so we are gonna get probably 2 more sets of roof jacks so we can finish this and be as safe as possible. I know if I wasn't being safe, B would kick my butt. I should be able to get this all done tomorrow afternoon. I'm gonna get all the shingles up into the loft area, and I'm gonna leave them inside of there. That way they don't freeze together. That's kind of the problem I've been running into so far today, is a lot of the shingles that I had up on the roof, because it rained and froze, rained and froze. Now they're all frozen together and they're ripping apart. All I know is I really hate roofing, guys. This is terrible. I've done a lot of roofing, but I don't like it. And I have made my decision to never, ever do it again. Hey everybody, look what we got, guys. Got the Kubota KXO40. I really like this machine. We're gonna get going on this, guys. As you can see, we have all of our piping here for the power. So Danley and I went to Home Depot this morning and we got a whole bunch of supplies that we need for the electric. This isn't all of it. I bought everything they had at Home Depot. I have to pick up, I think, 2 or 3 more sticks of this 3-inch. This is schedule 80, so it's a thicker wall. I could have gone with schedule 40 for whatever's buried under the ground, but for the little bit extra that I spent on it, I wanted to make sure that it's nice and heavy duty, so when we're running the tractor and stuff, I don't have to worry, oh, is the pipe gonna collapse on itself? Oh no. I got all the fittings that I need, and we are gonna start laying it out. And I don't know if I've even showed this in a video or not, but we got our driveway coming down here, and then turns and goes towards the house. So we have to come from the house over and then down right here to our meter panel. This is the meter panel that I put in. Got the meter right here. We also have a couple breakers in here. So we have 200 amp service here, and then we have a 50 amp that goes to our well pump. And then we have a 20 amp that just is a plug right here, which really won't get used that much. And then the rest of the power is going straight over to the house. But we are going to just right on the underside there, that's where the 3 inch is gonna go in. What we gotta do is we need to come right here, and we're gonna go all the way down here, and then we'll come out around here. We'll do a long sweep 90, and then we'll just get the pipe over there, and it'll go right just to the right of the garage door right there. I've got a machine coming so that we can get this trench dug and just get it done really, really fast and then not have to worry about it. And so we are just gonna go ahead right now and get going, start digging, and hopefully it'll only take about an hour or so to get this trench done so I can start laying pipe in here. All right, everybody, as you can see, we pretty much have this whole entire trench done. It is about 150 feet long. I need to be 24-inch depth for the conduit, which is a 3-inch schedule 80. When I lay the pipe down in here, I'll pack some dirt down in there underneath it. I will run a rope through this entire thing, a very heavy duty rope, so that when I'm ready to pull my wires, it'll be quick and easy for me to tie everything up to a nice rope and just pull my wires through. So I'll probably have to have someone come and help me feed wires through, but it'll make my life a lot easier. You can see, like, from there, and then I go the 90 degrees and then right over to the panel by the garage. It's not possible. Tomorrow morning, I will get out right away and start laying this pipe in and getting the rope ran through the pipe. Maybe I might be able to get even inspected by Friday, which means I could start backfilling this with the tractor and getting it all nice and good. All right, guys, we're gonna work on this piping. And like I said, we're gonna run a string all the way through the whole thing so that when it's all done, I can tie a heavy duty piece of like nice rope to it, and we'll pull the nice rope through. And then that way we can start our wire from right here. We'll tie it to that rope, yank it all the way through. Someone will have to feed it down into the tube for me. Hope I have enough pipe to be able to do the whole thing. I do have those expansion fittings as well, so that as the ground moves and shifts with the changing of the seasons, expansion fitting will slide up and down so that the pipes don't crack, essentially. Let me just show you where our panel is. Our panel in the garage is right here, literally right there to there. And so I did order a special fitting that has a 90 degree with an access panel on it. So we will be able to jog that into the building a little bit easier. And so I'm just waiting on that fitting. We're gonna get back at this. Let's go, guys. All right, everybody. Well, I am sure stinking glad I did not bury this entire pipe. That would have been a bad choice. It's not possible. I'm having to cut all this piping apart. I'm gonna have to put some couplers in here and get everything all good to go. So I'll be able to pull the pipe through. All right, once I get it to this section here, I'm gonna hook it up to the tractor and yank it all the way out, because I'm gonna have to cut this elbow right here, and then we'll feed it through the elbow with the couplers in place. And then we're gonna have to still figure out how to get it all the way through this, which I honestly have no idea how that's gonna work. I should have just done it the way I wanted to, and I should have just ran the wire with the pipe all at the same time, because this sucks and I'm not real happy about it. Just part of the job, everybody. Part of the job. All right, let's get back to pulling this stuff. All right, everybody, welcome back into the trenches. It's a new week. I'm back here again, though. This whole piping thing was stupid. If I ever have to do this again, I'm just gonna do the wire and the piping all at one time instead of trying to do it this way, like I was told was an easy way. Definitely not. Pretty much what I got done is I just had to get these 3 wires kind of straightened out, get this elbow back in here, this long sweep, and then re-glue that joint, and now we're good to bury this. So I'm going to get the bucket hooked up on the tractor, warm up the tractor for a little bit. We're gonna do our best to get this section buried right here. The only other thing I have to do is I have to reconnect the ends over here, one at the house, one at the meter. I just need to put this elbow back on right here going up. Once I get that elbow on, then I can put my expansion fitting on and I can get this thing popped up into the box, get it hooked up. All right, everybody, we're in the garage. It's a little dark. I got my nice handy dandy Milwaukee light here. I love this thing. This thing is great. But we are back here at the electrical panel. I got these bolts kind of all loosened up now. So now I can cut these wires to length. I can strip all of the outer coating that I need off. I can get these latched into place. So we're gonna get going on that so that we can start hooking this panel up and I can start plugging stuff in to the walls. So, whoa, I almost fell off the wall. Off the wall, almost fell off the ladder. All right, guys, so I thought I had my camera on, but apparently I had it on time lapse. These wires, the ends stripped, ready to go. I got them cut to length. So now we can put them into our terminals. And then I'm going to actually take a couple of these circuits and wire them up with the 20 amp breakers. I want to get some of these lined up so that I can hook up a couple outlets inside the house. So I'm going to get back at that. Let's get this thing done and see if we can get the rest of this figured out. All right, guys, so I got my 2 main power runs and I've got my neutral wire right here. I still do have to connect my grounding rod. I can bury my grounding rod And then I believe I have enough copper ground wire, I hope I do, to be able to get it out and get it buried out there. So we're gonna get that all hooked up as well and start running some of these other outlets. All right, guys, so I'm here at the panel. I got everything wired up. I did not show you what I was doing as I was doing it because these big wires right there, they're really hard to bend and it was kind of a pain in the butt and I was getting really irritated. And so I just decided not to bring out the camera for a minute. But look at, these are 2 power mains that go to the house right here. This is our neutral. This is our 200 amp breaker right there. So this is our meter, and we also have a few breakers in this box as well, which is nice because I do have an outlet right here. And at some point we will be running some electric out to the barn, which is right over there. We are gonna try this though. I have yet to see if this is gonna explode in my face. So if it does, we might get some really good content, guys. I'm a little nervous. I think it's okay, but let's go look inside. All right, guys, we are in the garage here. I do not have the breaker flipped on yet. I am going to go and install one outlet in the kitchen. Whoa. I'm gonna install one outlet in the kitchen on the one breaker that I do have hooked up in here to just give it a look-see and see if everything is working okay. If it is, then I'm actually going to wire as much of this panel up as I can. For now, at least, I can put the cover on and make it a little safer. I wanna make sure that no one can actually accidentally slap the back of that panel or trip or fall into it and get fried, because 200 amps, I have hit a 200 amp panel before and it definitely hurts. It actually threw me all the way across a hallway and into the sheetrock, and I broke the sheetrock behind me. All right, everybody. This is gonna be the test. So I'm gonna take this light right here and plug it in to this outlet right here. This is our main kitchen outlet circuit. And so we are going to check this out. It's a 20 amp circuit, because it has to be, and I have one outlet set up. That's it, and only one breaker right now. So we're gonna give it a chance, make sure everything's off right now. This is all off. So let's flip this on. All right, we have power into this panel, so I do not wanna touch anything in that panel. Pro tip of the day, don't touch the inside of your electric panel because it hurts, and I know from experience. All right, let's give it. We have lights, guys. We have power in this house. All the struggles with that big 250 MCM and the piping and the trenching and like $2,000 later. But exciting, guys, we have light. We have power in our house for a change. This is super, super, super awesome, guys. I am so stoked. Finally. What do you think, Cece? Do you think it's pretty cool?
Yeah, Dad, it's super cool. Ha ha ha.
Well, you don't seem very excited. We can even bring a heated bed here for you now. Ooh.